Guess why? Go on, guess. Did you know? Do you know what this is? Did you read the title? Yes, you know what this is. Oh, I'm talking to Scot Mendenhall today. I'm so excited. Everything's charged. I'm almost ready. Obviously not totally ready. Alright, whispering because he's asleep. And I gotta be really quiet when I do these interviews. When I do these introductions. Because I don't have a lot of time, just shooting these while my kid is napping. And I'm explaining that right now because maybe there are some people watching this that are new to the channel. It's possible that this has a very different audience than normal because I'm talking to Scot Mendenhall today. And you know, I set this as a goal for myself to do a couple weeks ago, and it's crazy that it's happening right now. I have been talking to him a little bit online, but I've never actually talked to him, like had a conversation. And I've tried, but he's a really busy dude. Understandably, he runs a church, and he's got 8 kids, and he runs a really interesting. He's an interesting dude, and I am excited to talk to him. I'm also kind of nervous. I feel like if you're sensing anything right now, any nerves, it's because I've been really looking forward to this, and sometimes it's like a good excitement, but like a good anxiety. Like same thing, waiting for Jack to call. It was like super anxious, but stoked for it to happen, but also like, yeah, this is a crazy thing I'm doing. Like I am, yeah, just a dude ripping one wheel on the internet, talking to himself with a selfie stick, and yeah. So Scot, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of Scott's. Uh, to give him a little bit of an introduction, you know, he does a similar thing to this. He has a podcast. He admits that it's a podcast. He doesn't try to pretend it's something it's not. Like me, for people that don't know, new viewers, I don't know what this is. People call it a podcast, and I'm like, what? So I'm calling it my shredcast, or really, you can call it whatever you want. Um, This style of episode is also new for me, right? Where I call people on the phone. I'm yeah, overcoming some challenges with that. Audio stuff, you know, I totally choked up when I got too excited when with Jack Mudd, and his voice wasn't coming through the speaker. It was just coming out of the phone. And luckily, this microphone is like crazy strong. I actually have to lower the volume to 50% so it's not like crazy cackly. So it picked up it picked up the conversation pretty good. But no, it wasn't perfect, and I really wanted it to be really good because it's for the one wheel guys. Um, Anyways, I haven't heard back from them yet that they've seen it or not. I know it was a lot of it was it was long. It was 2 parts. The first 30-minute part is just me like getting hyped up and talking about it. Talking about doing kind of like what this is. And then the second part with him, I think it went really well, right? But I haven't heard from them if they like it or not. I want them to be like, "We love it, Max." Um, and same thing with Scot. I want him to be like, "Max, we love you." And and we'll talk about this more, but I because I've seen so much of his show, I feel like I kind of know him, right? Like you, if you've watched 20 of my episodes and heard me listen to me talk for however many hours, like we know each other, right? Like we could have a conversation, like I've had with people, like I mentioned, or like the fluid theory dude, Andrew, my new friend who I've never met, but it's like we're really close because he watches all my stuff and likes me. So my goal with all this, I had this goal to do this, and here I am. But going forward, really, this is just about, like, I want to have fun, and I want to, like, make these friends, like Bart Miller. Like, since I started doing this with him, like, I did a couple, like, episodes about him, right? He messages me every morning, music recommendations. And I have this really big playlist going, and that's awesome. And, like, Jeff Adair, right? He'll FaceTime me, and we'll message back and forth about whatever. Like, I love just, like, being in these people's lives um, that I have internet crushes on, like you, Scott. You seem like a really cool dude, and I'm so stoked to be meeting you for the first time, or talking to you for the first time on my Shred Diary. So that's pretty cool. It's I'm like happy, nervous, but it's cool. It's good. It's a good feeling. I want to keep putting myself in situations like this. If I can like, if I after this, I end up talking to you like every day, and you're in my DMs, like we we're obviously not that close yet because we haven't really talked. But my goal, the way that I want to feel, my I was talking to my therapist about this earlier today. Shout out Kaylee. She was like, "How do you want to feel?" Like I was telling her I was nervous, and how do you want to feel during it? How do you want to feel after? So I mean, I feel happy. I like this feeling, and then afterwards, I want to feel super stoked. I want to be like, I want it to go really well, and I want you to like be my friend. And that is my goal going forward with all the rest of these people. Um, I filmed an episode earlier this week, or the beginning of one that is unlisted, and I teased this on my Instagram, but this dude is a real editor, and he's like filming himself and using footage that I filmed and edited, and like putting them together in this beautiful way. So if you are watching this and you have an idea for the show, how it could go, you have, like I did like that kids show. If you have an idea, some way we could collab in that way or a different capacity, um, I'm down. I like doing new things, getting out of my comfort zone. I it's funny, like I have anxiety about this conversation, but I made this happen. I'm doing this to myself. You know what I mean? Like this is happening. This is happening because I want it to happen. Um, but yeah, pretty anxious. Is he gonna call me? So yeah, I gotta get set up. Let's see, 140. Also, hopefully this happens. Hopefully I don't have to cut all this, right? This is something that's happened before where I'm not prepared enough and it doesn't work out. Like it has to be the right time for him. He has to like everything has to be okay with his 8 kids. That's kind of like percentages of one of them not needing his help. I feel like are pretty low. But I can't wait to talk to him and just like ask him about that kind of stuff. Like I'm just curious. Like I want to know. Like mainly I have questions like how many toilets does he have? What kind of does he drive a transit van or a limo? If I had 8 kids, I would get like a beater limo. But yeah, I'm excited. Maybe he does. I don't want to offend him. He booked me tomorrow for his show. There's Gnarly Barbie and Let It Ride. The dudes who run that Wheels End are going to be on tomorrow or whenever this is at Wednesday of this week, whatever, I don't know the day, the 19th or 13th. And yeah, I hope that going into this, I can do a really good job and then make him really stoked out. And then tomorrow when I go on his show, it makes it better. He gives me like a crazy. He's like, Max, I talked to Max yesterday and he's so great. He's my new best friend and blah blah blah. Sorry, I think I'm not great at doing impersonations of people like that, but he's got a great voice and he's got a lot of interesting things to say, and I bet he's not nervous at all. Scott, will you, if you're watching this now, will you write in the comments if you were nervous about this conversation too, or you were like, or what you thought about going into it? I'm curious. Okay, and yes, thank you again everybody for watching. I love all the support I've been getting. Um, really, all the positive messages mean so much to me. They help balance out the negative messages. And yeah, I can't believe that people see something people are doing creative online and then just want to like make them feel bad for something they did, some art. And I'm gonna talk to Scott about that too. I'm interested what his thoughts are because he has haters. I've heard him talk about it, and he's such a. I bet he has really good advice on that and a bunch of other stuff. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna connect my phone and get everything good. I've definitely learned that not to do this while I'm filming, or else it'll blast these beeps. And yeah, so I'm gonna get set up. Uh, Thank you, Scott, and all of. So yeah, maybe Scott has a large following. He's a pastor at a church. Maybe people from his church are watching this, which I think would be really cool. And even though we might not have a lot in common, I bet you can um, relate to some stuff that we talk about. So thank you for watching this long intro. And yeah, I'm just gonna like get set up, and then hopefully he calls me, or I'm gonna call him. That's also something we didn't really hash out perfectly. So yeah, all right, it's gonna be good. Okay. So one other quick shout out I wanted to do was this guy Quaid, who I met maybe in person at a race during a race, and I gave him a small shout out in another episode, the corn dog episode. But I was talking to him about Scot Mendenhall, and he just sent me a voice message, and I think it's gonna get me stoked out to talk to him. So I was gonna play it, and yeah, also test out the bump box, make sure this is working right. Go like this. Also, so yeah, it's really nice out, um, temperature wise. But I'm just wearing this jacket to like have something substantial to clip this to, because otherwise it's just like loose on my shirt. It doesn't feel right. So, all right, just explaining my fashion choices because I know you care. And all right, so yeah, let's hear what he says.
Yo, I'm talking to Scot Mendenhall. Let's go, Bubba. I'm so excited for you. That's a big step, bro. Mike, think about it. You've gone from nothing to being, dude. Every time I'm scrolling on YouTube, I always see you. I know I'm subscribed to you, but still, like, it's so cool, dude. Like, Scott wants to talk to you. A couple of other people I know are gonna be there with you too, doing the live. It's just a big thing, bro. I'm super proud of you, and thank you. That means a lot. You giving my girls some good luck like that. They're
I
gonna
sent him some
absolutely
clovers.
love it, dude. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I sent him some clovers in the mail. That's what he was talking about at the end. Okay. Oh, that stoked me up really good. Thank you, Quaid. Appreciate you. Doc Gorilla on Instagram. He's got a YouTube too. Check him out. And yeah, appreciate the support as always. Love it. Makes me feel good. Oh, I should also mention, so earlier this week on my Instagram, I said something about getting a sponsor from Yerby, and it was half true. Or I thought I did. Um, they had like this. It's an ambassador, ambassador. Maybe that's how. It's kind of got like a weird Latin twist. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. And um, so yeah, I signed up for this whole thing, put like my Instagram and YouTube, and I thought that it was going to be like a kind of like an affiliate thing, like I have with the Float Life or something, where you can use discount code MaxlRose919 at checkout for 5% off every order every time. But no, it's just like they have this app. It's like a social media app where you like a photo and video stream feed, and they send you one free case. So that was pretty tight. Life hack: if you want to get a free case of Yerbies, sign up, yeah, for their ambassador program. And I kind of thought that it was going to be the thing like where I'd, yeah, promote them and get some kind of maybe free Yerbies or whatever. Um, Oh, so yeah, they're called guayake yerba mate. I like calling them yerbies just because, I don't know, that's what I call them. Let me get my helmet. So yeah, and they do offer a lot of benefits for people in this program if you live in a city that is, where's my helmet? Oh, it's up there. If you live in a city that's near one of their, I forget what they said, Stoke team headquarters or something. And so I don't live near any of those. And I like asked them too, and I like shared some links on the photo and video page and was like, hey, like how can I be more involved? Like I don't understand what's the point of this? Like I don't live near these places, but like how can I get hooked up with more yerbies? And what's the deal? And they were like, no, it's just you get hooked up with yerbies one time, and this is more about like community and making friends and um, just like their own special social media for people that like drinking yerbies. So that's cool. Um, but yeah, that's as far as it goes for me. It's too bad though, because I drink these things like they're. These have been really helping me. I quit drinking coffee, and because it's hurting my tummy, and then I switched to these because they have like, how much is it? 150 milligrams of caffeine, which is like a shit ton of caffeine. And maybe I shouldn't be like talking them up if they're not my actual sponsor, right? And you know what? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get my gloves. I feel like going out and doing stuff like this without my gloves is asking for it. Um, and yeah, so we'll see. Do you guys think I should call him over Instagram chat? Or should I wait for him to call me? Or should I do it right on time? Or like 5 minutes later or earlier? Or like, what do you think you would do? It was perfect the way it worked out with Joey and them. I like how they um, messaged me 3 minutes before the meeting to say that they were going to be a little late. I feel like that's a great thing to do. All right, I have everything I need? Always paranoid I'm forgetting stuff because I have so much stuff to remember to do. Do you guys like watching me do that every episode? It's one of my favorite curbs. That's the closest curb. I broke my elbow on that curb doing, yeah, something stupid. But I love these curbs. And I think I'm going to go back to this parking lot. I feel like um, if I'm riding fast, it's harder for me to hear the person. And it's like the microphone picks it up pretty good. But if I can't hear what they're saying, like that's what I noticed when I was going down that hill talking to Jack. And then when there's like cars driving by, like in the Greg conversation, I like had to go like this, couldn't hear him. So I like the idea of doing it in a parking lot. So, and yeah, these people that work in this office building definitely know me as like the crazy guy on his one wheel talking to himself. So I feel comfortable here. This is my safety parking lot. All right, let's see. I think it's probably about time. Pretty excited. Oh yeah, I've got this great bamboo thing right here that like holds the camera perfectly. Oops, and now it falls. Oop. Well, now it's not working perfectly because I said that. Let's see. Oop, that's all messed up. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, how about I put it right here? Beautiful. Okay. So it's 1:57, and I have a meeting from him. It says, finishing up a call, I'll call in 30 minutes. So I'm going to heart it. And make sure my thing is on. Okay. Stoking! Who's he talking to? Man. Yeah, I wonder how stoked he is for this. Or if he's just going to say, like, he does stuff like this all the time, so it's kind of like, whatever. That's cool. Being able to just, like, talk to anybody on camera and have it not be a thing. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's see. Yo, what's going on, Scott?
Not much. How are you doing, my friend? How'd you know it was me without knowing this was my number yet?